It was Boxing Day last year, and I was just coming out of the house here, and I had Oni on my shoulder, and he just got up, flew away after 7 years. 7 years.
Look, the whole family was devastated when the bird went, just flew off. 7 years. Yeah, it just went.
Yeah, I remember Oni, when he first came to us, it was a lost bird, homeless bird. Had a real cute little face. It was love at first sight.
Yeah, no, thinking back, it was a pretty tough day. Andrew rang me, couldn't make sense of him, inconsolable. Came up, saddled him down. Jughead, Kim, you guys think you had it tough out there looking for Oni, mate. I had hell's own job here just trying to keep Andrew under control, eh? But anyway, thanks for your effort, guys, eh? You really, tough day.
I was checking my Facebook page and I saw this notice on there from Andrew about his poor bird Oni disappeared, and I was absolutely devastated for Andrew, because I know what it's like to lose a beloved pet, and I could understand how upset and distressed he would be. Anyway, I went to golf the next day and I saw Andrew there, and I just could see the sadness in his eyes, how sad he looked, and I asked him, where he'd looked and who he'd asked, and he was feeling really down and really depressed, and then all of a sudden he burst into tears, and I think, oh my gosh, what have I done?
Yeah, I looked everywhere. I really did. Went up the street, saw Mrs. Friend and Mrs. Ferdinand, and she said, get out of my garden. And then saw Merv next door, good friend of mine. He said, toughen up. But resilient I was. I just kept looking and looking and looking and looking.
Oni! Oni!
Yeah, well, we looked for a while, and then I thought I'll put it on Facebook, and people were really good, and they put search parties out, and it was quite amazing.
Oni! Oni! Come to Dad! Oni!
Yeah, a couple of days later, my good friend Don Newman rang and said, hey Andrew, Pat Brown and Brownie tells me you've lost a bird. I was just hoping it was going to be Oni. So I got Don to send me a photo after I composed myself, and sure enough, here it is. Oni. It'd flown miles away. Donnie said it was on his veranda when they got back from holidays, and they walked out, and Oni said, do you mind if I come in? And that's the moral of the story. Do you mind if I come in?
So Dad came home with a bird, right? And, he was just sitting there with the cage and just tears down his face. It's a bird. It's a bloody bird.
The next day when I was checking my Facebook page, I saw that Andrew had found his bird. Oh my goodness. Andrew must have been so relieved and so excited, but that poor little bird out amongst the elements of this harsh world, all night, in the dark, in the cold. Putty tats could have got him, but he was all good, and Andrew would have been so excited. So I rang him up, and he was so excited, and when I saw him I just said the name of the bird, which was, I forget.
once again couldn't understand him. Came up, thought, now what's happened? They found the bird dead. No, the bird's here. He's over the moon. He's a gibbering idiot again. I says, Ovie, come on, slow down, mate. It's only a bird. He swung around, snapped around at me, said, only a bird. I suppose your mother was just a mother. I think there's something in that for all of us.